don't know what's about to happen. Shoot that damn monster till it freezes the waterfall, yo.
Hello, my fellow participants of the Spooks. You want to hear something so outlandishly terrifying that every time you hear you think of the upcoming rapture that'll eventually punish us all mere mortals? Well, I won't play dumb. You did act upon your curiosity and click this video, so here goes nothing. Now, the chances are you've probably heard of this meme before, whether it was on Twitter or from a YouTube compilation or something, and I bet your uneducated ass wants to know where the sound comes from. Well, there is a backstory behind this scream, and a dark one at that. It comes from a trial and error PC game called SCP Containment Breach, which is one of the most terrifying games ever made. Probably because this game is coming from this behemoth of an online creepypasta forum. You know about the neck-snapping version of the Weeping Angels from Doctor Who? You know about the teddy bear that turns you into a bunch of frickin' ears? You heard about that doorknob that automatically makes you sexually attracted to it? Yep, that's the kind of vibe check you're getting at the SCP Foundation. Anyways, you get to this part where you enter a room with a computer that shows surveillance footage of a D-class personnel looking like he's bench pressing something, but he's not. He's trapped and his life could end with a push of a button. Here's an artist's rendition of this guy. I don't think he's bench pressing. So should you save this man and get him out of this living nightmare? Why, of course. Actually, no, you dumb idiot. You frickin' don't. You ever heard of every man's for himself? You turn off the magnet switch and you turn on the intercom switch, and what do you get? A man sounding like the most incompetent little thing in the world.
Is anyone out there? Hello? Please let me go. Let me go. I just need to leave. Please.
Good God almighty, Mart, ain't that a little harsh?
Don't disrupt me, severed head of Horseman Joe. As you can tell, I am clearly on a mission.
Right after you hear those pathetic weeps for help, you press the button, and that button happens to be the Femur Breaker button. Yes, that machine is known as a Femur Breaker, and it unleashes a brutal force known as breaking the femur, which sounds
kind of like what the name suggests.
And when that thing turns on, you hear the cries of the unlucky victim. It sounds just like a slow-motion hillbilly sneeze. You could literally put this over any cartoon character screaming and it would make the scene sound so much cheesier.
And a 1, 2, 3, 4. Now drop and give me 20.
Now, there's a good chance you're wondering what kind of reason could justify turning back the clock to a time where torture was considered an okay thing to do. Well, I have the answer to that question, so fear not. Actually, fear a ton, because this is a goddamn horror game doing horror game stuff. Those screams of terror coming from that guy with a broken femur, they're gonna summon some bald crypt keeper lookalike known as SCP-106. Yes, this guy has a thing for terrifying screams. Let me also remind you that this monster is an unstoppable force that hunts you down at a constantly terrifying pace. I mean, look at that. Not even the frickin' walls could stop him. He's pulling off the goddamn ghost moves to catch your ass. And when he catches you, oh, it won't be that bad. All that's gonna happen is that you'll dissolve and reappear in a trippy dimension where you'll spend the rest of your 30 seconds of life rotting in. Just take a look at this guy. I don't think anybody would want to be this guy. So basically, to prevent all that from being more likely to happen, you have to contain him, which that's what we're doing, right? When he enters the Femur Breaker room, you quickly turn the magnet switch back on, and there you have it. You just contained a Keter class SCP by torturing someone in the worst possible way you can torture someone before killing him. Let's celebrate as this poor unfortunate soul gets dragged into hell before he even dies. Wait, the surveillance footage cuts to static before we even get to witness the magic trick? Hell yeah, dap me up, homie. Anyways, that's my summary on the origin of a relatively obscure meme scream. Hopefully I don't get a cease and desist for ripping off Behind the Memes video format.